Hello, hello. We are back again. It is time to find out which card you chose and what it means for the next couple of weeks coming up for you at the very end of this reading. We will look at all four of the cards in conjunction with one another to see what we can expect as a collective in addition to the card that you chose specifically for your happenings or your life at this time. Also, we are in Mercury retrograde up until October 17th, I believe. So we are going through this period where we probably don't want to sign contracts. You don't want to make big purchases. You don't want to do anything too permanent at this time without having additional contemplation. You want to overthink things, overanalyze things. You want to make sure that you are doing something that is something that you want to do, and review all the details with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that everything is going to be, nothing's going to be missed and everything's going to be reviewed. So Mercury retrograde is a really good time to review, reanalyze, redo, reorganize, redo things. So revisit. Going through things that you've always wondered, is this complete? Maybe you want to close up those chapters that you've been working on. Maybe you want to clean up that mess in the corner that you've been contending with for 6 months. Whatever it is, just going back and revisiting things rather than starting new projects at this time, if you can help it. Now, of course, there's always going to be situations where, maybe you're buying a house and you want to buy the house because it's time, you've sold your old house or whatever's happening. Just make sure that if you need to sign contracts or do anything like that, that you're just reviewing those details extra carefully at this time. All right, so let's get into the cards. If you chose card number 1, you chose Turtle Spirit. This card talks about the need to slow down, relax a little bit. It says slow and steady wins the race. So really tuning into that, I want to slow down energy. This is, if you chose this card, it's time to review things, time to revisit, go over things that are and are not working. How can you revamp your plans? How can you revisit the things to make sure that they're still productive and still valid for you right now? Making sure that you're setting healthy boundaries, because this is a good time for you to say, no, this is my time. I want to see what's working for me, and I want to slow down and take the time that I need to take for myself. So really just slow down. Make sure that you're doing the things for yourself, that you're not allowing other people to intrude on your own personal boundaries. And that's going to help lead you to a place of more stability in your own mind and confidence in your own thoughts. So really important, take the time now over the next couple of weeks to be true to you. Okay? Now, if you chose card number 2, you chose Vulture Spirit. This card talks about the, it says nothing is wasted, but it talks about the energy that you've put things into that maybe didn't work out the way that you had anticipated or expected or intended them to in the beginning. However, this card is reminding you that those efforts that you put in may not have reaped the results that you wanted, but there is value in those things that you've done. So not throwing those away, not being discouraged with things that aren't working out the way that you thought that they should. This is talking about seeing the bigger picture. What is it that you can take away from this situation instead of thinking, oh, darn it, that plan didn't work out. So really just visiting the fact that you have value in the situation that you thought didn't work out, and just tuning into what that could be and what are those core values that you can pull forward and pull out of that situation to make it into something that will maybe be in a different direction, or reconglomerating the plan and transforming it into something a little bit different. So nothing is wasted was the card. So just remember that. That you didn't waste your time, you didn't waste your energy because it didn't turn out exactly the way you thought. Keep moving forward and look at the bigger picture, because there may be something that you're missing that you need to tune into around this situation. Now, if you chose card number 3, you chose Wombat Spirit. This card says be at home. So really what this card is telling you is to be comfortable in your own skin. Where is that confidence that you have? You're feeling likely quite confident, quite comfortable right now in your surroundings. So it's important to bring those confident, comfortable energies into all the situations that you're entering into. So let's say you're at home and you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling confident, and when you go to work, you want to bring that same energy with you. It's not the situation that makes you feel comfortable and confident. It's you tuning into your highest good and your sole purpose that's helping you to move forward and bring those energies with you in the future. So really tuning into that, being true to you, finding out what is it that makes you feel good, and how do you feel confident and comfortable in those positions and in any position. It's because you carry that energy within you, within your spirit. And remembering too that you're not alone, so you've got this confidence inside, and maybe you've got support on the external physical world, maybe you don't, but it's important to remember that spirit's got your back as well. So you've got some spirit energy that's coming in to help. Maybe it's spirit guides, maybe it's past loved ones, but you've got that energy coming in to help you forward at this time, to help you build that confidence, that comfort. So it's a really good time to work on the confidence and the comfort if those are things that you've been wanting to work on, because you do have that energy all around you, and energetically it's a really good time for you to work on it if you chose that card. Now, if you chose card number 4, you chose Panther Spirit. This card says reclaim your power. So this card suggests, if you chose this card, maybe you're dealing with some things that are, you've got some fears that are creeping in, or some insecurities that are creeping in, or some things, some thoughts that are making you feel a little bit wobbly. So this card says, no, it is time for you to tune into those powers, face fear head on, and move forward. Whatever the plans that were not working out, or you thought that things weren't happening, or maybe you're waiting for someone or something else to happen before you make a move. Maybe you're just sitting on the sidelines going, maybe I should, maybe it's not time, maybe I should do this now, maybe I should wait. No, this card tells you, no, get in your own space. Stop waiting for someone else to do something. You do what you got to do for you, and whatever happens around you, let it happen. That's fine, as long as you're set in your own plan and your own frame of reference. You're fine. You've got this. So it's time to really tune in, pull that power in, move forward with whatever it is that makes you happy, not for everyone else, or, if they do this, I'll do this. No, do you. Just do what's going to work for you. Make sure that you are giving yourself positive reinforcement, that you are talking to yourself in a positive way, that you're giving yourself the you can do it speech every day, not the I am afraid to do this. And that's going to bring in that extra knowledge. You'll be able to share your wisdom with the world in a way that you are super confident and moving forward. And you're also going to gain new wisdom. So you're constantly in that learning and teaching kind of energy where you're demonstrating yourself. So you don't have to be teaching in a formal way, but maybe you're just out there being the best you that you can be, and there's people that will notice that. So maybe not intentionally teaching others, but there's people that are going to notice what's happening. So really, just doing you the best way that you know how, that's going to bring in new wisdom and a new understanding about yourself and what's happening around you. So really cool. Now, if we look at all 4 of the cards for all of us in a collective, this is going to be pretty cool. So if we look at the first card is Turtle Spirit. So when we look at the first card being Turtle Spirit, that means all of us need to slow down, relax, take our time, really contemplate what it is that we want out of situations right now. What is it that we don't need to be rushing? What is it that we want to do? Finding that place of peace. Remembering that nothing is wasted. So everything that we have put our energy into has something that we can use and in a positive way, that we, even if we didn't intend these things to happen, but slowing down to see that we have value in every single thing that we do. Getting confident in our own space. Making sure also that we take that time to be alone and take that time to be in our own sacred space where we can sit with our spirit. So in meditation, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's painting, maybe it's crafting. Whatever it is that you do to get in that quiet space, do that for yourself this next couple of weeks. And not getting overwhelmed by things that we can't control. So really just moving forward in a confident manner. So starting off, making sure that we are contemplating what we're doing, making sure that we've got a clear plan, that we are confident in our plan, and following that through to make sure that we complete our goals this week. And, not counting on anyone else's opinion or anyone else's actions to get to where we need to go, but simply doing what we need to do for our own selves. So really interesting week, just making sure that we're going to take our time and we're going to follow through, really essentially, and making sure that we look at the big picture, that we're not missing any of those details that would maybe cause us to become discouraged because things didn't work out the exact way that we thought they would. Pulling the value out of those situations and looking to see what it is that we can use and how did things work out that we can use things. So it feels like it might be a bit of an emotional week for some people, or an emotional couple of weeks. So just staying grounded, staying focused, getting in your own body, in your own space, and everything will be just fine. This is going to pass through just like everything else. So if you're feeling a little bit over the top emotions, just get grounded, get into your space, get in your quiet space, and things will look differently again in a couple of weeks. So take care and bye for now, guys.